Do you think your brain controls your mood and your thoughts determine how you feel? But think again. What if I tell you that 90% of your happiness chemical, that is serotonin, is not even made in your brain? It is made in your gut. Yes, you heard that right. It is made in your gut. And the bacteria living in your gut are actually responsible for how you're feeling right now. Hi everyone, my name is Dr. Bhavnika Lekhi. Welcome to another video of Inside Health Explained. In this video, we are going to talk about a few scientific discoveries that changed everything we know about mental health, immunity, and energy. But this is going to blow your mind. So let's get started. Now let's start with an experiment that shocked the scientists. So scientists took two groups of mice, group A and group B. Group A mice were calm, composed, social, and ready to do everything, whereas group B mice were always shy, anxious, and scared of everything. You know what the scientists did? They did something wild. They swapped their gut bacteria, that is, they took out the gut bacteria of group A, that is the calm mice, and put it into group B, that is the anxious mice, and vice versa. Do you know the results? The results shocked everybody. The calm mice became anxious, and the anxious mice became calm. Same mice, same brain, same everything, just the difference was the bacteria, and everything changed. So, your gut is not just helping you digest food, your gut is actually controlling the way you're feeling. Now let's talk about the second brain. So your gut is known as the second brain. Scientists call your gut as the second brain. And here's a crazy part. Your gut sends more signal to your brain than your brain sends the gut. Yes, you heard that right. Your gut is telling your brain what to do more than your brain is telling your gut. There's a highway that connects the two that is known as the vagus nerve. Vagus nerve is the 10th cranial nerve of your body and it sends the signal between your gut and the brain. So 50% of your dopamine, which is your hormone of derive, is made in your gut, and 90% of your serotonin, which is your happiness chemical or happiness hormone, which is responsible for making you feel happy, is made in your gut, which is 9 times more than what is made in your brain. When your gut is out of balance, you cannot actually make these hormones properly. And that is when you feel anxious without any reason, depressed without knowing why, unmotivated, even though if you want to do a lot of things, and you also have brain fog that won't clear. You think something is not right? Yes, that's correct. But maybe you should start by fixing your gut first. Now let's talk about the control centers. So gut controls three important centers in your body. Number one control center is mood. As we discussed earlier in this video, 90% of your happiness chemical, that is serotonin, and 50% of your derived chemical, that is dopamine, is made in your gut. So if your gut is out of balance, you are always feeling anxious, you always have brain fog that won't clear, that all of the problem arises because your gut is out of the balance. It leads to poor production of these chemicals, which further leads to anxiety and brain fog that doesn't clear. Let's talk about control center number two, which is your energy. So your gut bacteria extracts energy from your food. Some bacteria are active while others are lazy. Let's understand with help of an example. Let's take two people, a person A and a person B. They eat exactly same kind of food, and person A has a healthy gut, whereas a person B does not have a healthy gut. So same, despite eating the same food, the person A's gut is extracting 1500 calories, whereas person B's gut is extracting 1200 calories. Same food, just the difference in gut bacteria, and which leads to difference in energy all day long. Plus, good bacteria fuels your intestinal cells, and when these bacteria die, they lead to leaky gut, which in turn causes massive inflammation, which causes exhaustion. So, bad bacteria or bad gut causes leaky gut, which causes inflammation, and that causes exhaustion that drains your energy. Let's talk about control center number three, which is your immunity. Here's a number that will shock you. 70% of your immune system lives in your gut. Yes, you heard that right. Not in your blood, not in your body, but in your gut. Because your gut is a place where outside world meets the inside world, which means everything you eat, every bacteria you swallow is first taken in your gut. Your gut is like a border patrol. Your gut trains your immune system. This is safe save it, this is dangerous, attack it. Good bacteria is equal to smart immune system, which means it only attacks harmful chemicals and bacteria and viruses that are harmful for you. Whereas bad bacteria is equal to confused immune system, and it can attack anything and everything starting with you, which leads to autoimmune diseases and a lot of allergies. Therefore, immune system is largely controlled by how your gut microbiome is. Now let's talk about what is actually destroying your gut, because many people don't even know that this destroys their gut. Number one is antibiotics. I've seen a lot of people taking antibiotics without the prescription of doctor. If you fall ill, you have fever, people pop in antibiotics, but that is not healthy. So next time you're going to have an antibiotic, make sure you prescribe from your doctor. Destroyer number two is processed food and sugar. So every time you eat your food, you are voting for which bacteria to thrive and which bacteria to die, because sugar and processed food feeds bad bacteria, whereas fiber, vegetables, they feed good bacteria. So every meal you're eating, you're actually voting which bacteria to thrive and which one to die. And many of us are actually voting for bad bacteria 3 times a day. So let's talk about destroyer number three, which is chronic stress. Many studies have found that despite eating the same food, people who are always stressed have different microbiome than the people who are always calm. Therefore, stress alters your gut microbiome even if you're eating the same food. If you're stressed, it sends signal to your brain, which makes your gut bacteria change, which leads to further stress. This is a vicious cycle. In this video, we talked about your gut, that your gut controls your mood, your energy, your thoughts. So if you think anything is wrong, fix your gut and everything else will fall in place. But the problem is most people don't know how to fix it, what to do, what to eat, what timeline to expect. That is exactly what I'm going to cover in the part 2 of this video. I'm going to give you complete gut rebuilding protocol along with what to eat, what timeline to expect, and what you can do to fix your gut completely. If you've not watched my inflammation video yet, please make sure to watch that video. That will give you a better idea of how you can reduce inflammation in your body. So like this video, share with your loved ones, and subscribe to the channel, because this information can actually change a lot of things. Thank you for watching.